Lucas Oil, NOW 600, stock non-wing micros. On the point, the 3S of Tyler Sponel. Outside of him, the 0 of Curtis Kubik. Your second row, the 116 of Ben Troxel. Outside of him, the 8 of Corey Bennett. In the 7M, that is Matt Donker. And trading seats tonight in the 3 is Dennis Swanson, normally the George Murdoch machine. Tyler's going to look at a green flag coming out of corner 4. We're racing. 8 laps is the distance as we go into 1 and 2. The 3S, Tyler Spanel's going to try to lead him through. Underneath him goes the 8 of Corey Bennett. Bennett's going to pull up next door to door, goes to go down the backstretch. Your micro is going to come into 3 and 4. Who's going to lead lap 1? Looks like it's going to hang on. Be the 3S, Tyler Spanel's going to lead lap 1. Then it's the 8 of Corey Bennett, and then the 116 of Ben Troxel. Oh, hang on. Caution is out. Caution is out. The 0, Curtis Kubik. Spinning around between 1 and 2. The 7M of Matt Donker getting on the brakes to miss him. No contact. Everybody's refired. So we will get our new lineups. We'll re-rack, and we'll go back to racing. Here, this is your first heat race once again in the W&W Cycle and Service 600cc stock non-wing micros. 8 of Corey Bennett, the 116 of Ben Troxel, the 3 of Dennis Swanson, the 7M Matt Donker, and with the caution to the rear, the 0 of Curtis Kubik. We got the green light. All we need is a green flag out of corner 4. We got one. Fast into 1 and 2 we go. The 3S, Tyler Sponel trying to hold back the 8 of Bennett. Bennett's going to pull up to the rear bumper. Then we got a battle for 3 and 4, the Napa cars of Swanson and Troxel. Slide job from the 8, Corey Bennett trying to lead that lap. He is going to at the line. Back to side by side as we go back in 1 and 2. Bennett to the bottom side. Troxel's going to get too high between 1 and 2. He's going to lose a position to Swanson. Swanson now back in second, battling Tyler, and wow, the 116 of Troxel now underneath. Your battle for 3 and 4. Up front is still the 8 of Bennett. Troxel gets a little loose, goes too high once again. Now up front, hang on, the 3, Dennis Swanson. Taking over duties for the George Murdoch. Your new leader at the line is the 3 of Swanson. Then it's the 8 of Corey Bennett. The 116 of Ben Troxel. The 3S, Tyler Sponel. The 7M of Matt Donker. Your leader, the 3 of Dennis Swanson. Then the 8 of Corey Bennett. 116, Ben Troxel. That is your top 3. The 3, Dennis Swanson trying to hold back that 8 machine of Corey Bennett. Bennett had the lead early, trying to get it back as we go 2 to go in this one. The 116, Ben Troxel up to 3rd, then the 3S of Spanel in 4th, and the 7N of Matt Donker. Into 1 and 2 we go. Down into the front straps, 1 lap to go. The 3 trying to hold back the 8 of Bennett. Bennett running out of time if he's going to get up there around the 3. Into 3 and 4 we go. Swanson to the bottom, trying to hold. He will. There's your winner. Your second heat race in your W&W Cycle and Service 600cc stock non-wing micros, brought to you by Lucas Oil, your NOW 600 sanctioned series. 8 laps the distance. On the point is going to be the 9M of Gary McCarthy. Outside him, the 12B of Cameron Businger. Your second row, the 22T Colton Troxel, and in the 97T Thomas Troxel. Out of corner 4, there's your green flag. 3 wide at the line as they take the green. Hang on, 3 wide through 1 and 2. Slight contract between the Troxel and Boosinger machine. Up front goes the 22T of Colton Troxel. Then it's the 9M of Gary McCarthy. Then the 97T Thomas Troxel and the 12B of Cameron Boosinger. The 22T machine, Colton Troxel, out in front, putting distance between him and the 97T of Thomas Troxel. Then it's the 12B of Boosinger and the 9M of Gary McCarthy. The 22T Colton Troxel out in front, 97T Thomas Troxel, then the Boosinger machine, and the McCarthy car. The 22T Colton Troxel out front, making it look easy. Then it's the 97T of Thomas Troxel, 12B Boosinger, and the 9M of McCarthy. Your 600cc stock non-wing micros. Once again, your leader, the 22T, out in front. Two laps to go in this one, your second heat race. The 22T Colton Troxel way out in front from the rest of the pack. Your main battle right now is for third and fourth between 12B of Boosinger and the 9M of McCarthy. The white flag is out one more time around the raceway. Final lap, final turn, and winner. So in fourth place will be the 9M of Gary McCarthy. Third place to the 12B of Cameron Boosinger. Second place is going to go to the 97T of Thomas Troxel, and winning it from Ainsworth, Nebraska in the 22T, Colton Troxel. George is a little worse for wear. So tonight, Dennis Swanson in the car. 8 laps is the distance. Here in your first heat race in your Northern Plains Supply 600cc winged A micros. The 3S, Tyler Sponel, going to lead them out. Next door, the 0 of Curtis Kubik. Nice and easy out of corner 4. Green flag. Tyler Sponel down the backstretch trying to lead. Up to second goes the 3 of Swanson. Then it's a 0 of Kubik and the 12B of Boosinger. Swanson goes to the outside trying to go into 3 and 4. Not enough room that time. Goes for the crossover. Looks underneath. Tries to pull the slide job. Wingtip to wingtip as we go into 1 and 2. Swanson to the bottom side, challenge and slide job in front of the 3S. Your new leader, the 3 of Swanson. The 3S of Sponel box down to second. Up to third is the 12B of Boosinger, and then it's a 0 of Kubik. The 3 of Swanson out in front. Then it's the 3S of Spanel. Then it's the 12B of Boosinger and the 0 of Kubik. This is your first heat race here in your Northern Plains Supply 600C winged micros. Kubik with a slide job up to third, gets in front of the 12B. Back into 3 and 4 comes your leader, and we'll look at 2 laps to go. One lap to go for your leader, the 3 of Swanson. Second place, the 3S, Tyler Sponel. Third place, the 0 of Kubik. And in fourth, the 12B of Businger. Out of corner 4, looking for checkers. You betcha, your winner. In fourth place will be the 12B of Cameron Businger. In third place, the 0 of Curtis Kubik. Second place is going to go to the 3S of Tyler Sponel, and winning it from Bassett, Nebraska, the 3, Dennis Swanson. Your second row, the 22T, Colton Troxel, and in the 8 machine, Corey Bennett. 8 laps once again is the distance, the 9M of Gary McCarthy. Out of Platte, South Dakota will be on the point. Next to him, Matt Dunker out of Stickney, South Dakota. Colton Troxel out of Ainsworth. Corey Bennett, he calls Neely, Nebraska home. 4 cars here in your second heat race. Oh, let's race them. 3 wide, around goes the 22T and the 8 around the 9M. Troxel up to second now, setting sights on the 7M of Matt Donker. Matt going to lead him out of corner 4. Who's going to lead lap 1? It's going to be Troxel at the line to lead lap 1. Then it is the 7M Donker, the 8 of Bennett, and the 9M of McCarthy. Your leader, the 22T, Colton Troxel. Second place is the 7M of Matt Donkert. Then the 8 of Bennett and the 9M of McCarthy. Your leader, the 22T, Colton Troxel out in front. Then it's a 7M, Matt Donker. The 8, Corey Bennett. The 9M, Gary McCarthy. We have 2 laps to go in this heat race. Troxel out in front. Then it's a 7M of Donker. The 8, again, of Corey Bennett. And the 9M, Gary McCarthy. The white flag is out. It's shown to the 22T one more time. Double checkers going home to Ainsworth, Nebraska. Your winner, Colton Troxel. On the front, well, no matter what, it will be the 3S of Tyler Sponel. Outside of him, the 9M, Gary McCarthy. Then the 116 of Ben Troxel. Outside of him, the 22T, Colton Troxel. Father and son, side by side. Your next row, the 97T of Thomas Troxel. Outside of him, the 8 of Corey Bennett. The next row, the 7M of Matt Donkert. Outside of him, the 3 of Dennis Swanson. And shotgun on the field, the 0 of Curtis Kubik. 10 laps is the distance here in your A feature. Race fans, get ready. It's time for some micros. Out of corner 4. Green flag, turn them loose. Into 1 and 2 we go, the 3S final. Gonna open the door, 3 wide through 1 and 2. Colton Troxel with a big move to the bottom side of the 9M McCarthy. He's gonna lead him into 3 and 4. And it's side by side with McCarthy and Spanel at the line. Your leader will be the 22T of Troxel. In second place, the 3S of Spanel, the 9M McCarthy in third. In fourth place, the 116 of Ben Troxel. Out of corner 4, your leader, the 22T of Troxel. Up to second is the 9M of McCarthy. The 3S of Spanel, the third. He's going to go underneath. Out the end goes the 9M of McCarthy. He's going to lose several spots when he gains the field. Up front, the 22, Colton Troxel. Second place, the 3S of Spanel, the 116 of Ben Troxel, and then it's the 97T of Thomas Troxel. That's your top 4. Your leader underneath the flag stand, the 22T, Colton Troxel. Contact, front stretch. Caution is out, caution is out. The 7M making comment, getting sideways, backwards into corner 1. Seven laps left in this one. Single file, bumper to bumper. 600 stock non-wing micros are green flag. The 22T, Troxel's going to lead him into 1 and 2. Then it's the 3S of Spanel. Underneath comes the 116, Ben Troxel. Not enough room that time. Spanel's going to hold on to the second position this time. At the line, your leader, the 22T of Colton Troxel. Then it's the 3S of Spanel. 116, Ben Troxel. 97T, Thomas Troxel. That is your top 4. The 3S Spanel gets high, opens the door for second. The 116 takes over second for a second. Oh, Spanel tried to go underneath. Slide job, caught the berm, popped up in front. Lots of heavy contact. Cars making their way around between 3 and 4. Your lineup, the 22T, Colton Troxel out in front. Then the 116, Ben Troxel. The 97T, Thomas Troxel. The 3, Dennis Swanson. The 8, Corey Bennett. The 9M, Gary McCarthy. The 0, Curtis Kubik. The 3S, Tyler Spanel with the caution to the rear. Green flag. The 22T, Colton Troxel, your leader, coming out of corner 4. In tow is the 116 of Ben Troxel, the 97T of Thomas Troxel, and Swanson, your top 4. Contact, the 3, off the pace, collects 2 cars. Then the 116 of Ben Troxel, the 97T Thomas Troxel. Green flag, let's finish it. The 22T Colton Troxel out in front, then the 116 Ben Troxel, 97T Thomas Troxel, and the 8 of Bennett. That is your top 4. Your 22T Colton Troxel out in front. The 116 Ben Troxel. 97T Thomas Troxel, your top three as we take the white flag one more time for Colton Troxel. Down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Double checkers, your winner. On the outside in front will be the 3S of Tyler Sponel. Outside of him, the 9M, Gary McCarthy. The 0 of Curtis Kubik. The 7M, Matt Donker. The 12B, Cameron Businger. The 22T, Colton Troxel. Your final row, the 8 of Corey Bennett and the 3 of Dennis Swanson. 10 laps the distance here in your A feature. Northern Plains Supply, 600cc Winged A Micros, and your Lucas Oil NOW 600. Green flag. Into 1 and 2 we go. The 3S of Sponel. Then outside of him is McCarthy. McCarthy gets a little high through 1 and 2. That 12B, Cameron Businger, seems to be a little slow. They're going to let some of the Pratt go by. No, something wrong. Something broke on the 12B. Lucas Oil NOW 600s, brought to you by Northern Plains Supply. All lined up, ready to go. The 3S will set the pace. Out of corner 4. You betcha, we're racing. Into 1 and 2 we go side by side. On the bottom side, the 3S of Sponel. Outside, the 9M of McCarthy. Then it's the 7M of Donker. The 0 of Kubik. Then the 22 of Troxel. Lap 1's going to go to the 3S of Tyler Sponel. Then the 9M, Gary McCarthy. 7M, Matt Donker. Your battle for 4th. Troxel and Kubik going side by side into 3 and 4. Troxel with the move. He moves up into the 4th spot. Up front is still the 3S of Sponel. Then it's the 9M of McCarthy. 7M, Matt Donker. 22T, Colton Troxel. That's your top 4. The 3S still battling up front, trying to hold back the 9M of McCarthy. McCarthy looking to the outside, going into 3 and 4. Not enough room that time as we come out of corner 4. Your leader is still the 3S of Tyler Sponel. All kinds of company in the 9M of Gary McCarthy. Your battle for 3 and 4. 7M Donkert back and forth with the 22T of Troxel. Troxel gets around, opens the door for Kubik. Kubik can try to follow and get up there with the 7M of Donkert. Donkert slams the door on the Kubik machine. Up front now, your battle and new leader, the 9M, Gary McCarthy. Then the 3S of Sponel, the 22T Troxel, and the 7M of Donkert. That's your top 4. Something wrong with the 3 machine of Swanson. Normally up front contending, letting the leaders go by, just trying to stay out and keep laps. Your leader at the line, the 9M of McCarthy. Then the 3S of Sponel, the 22T of Troxel, and the 7M of Donker. That's your top 4. The 22T, Colton Troxel, trying to pick him off one by one, but he's running out of time. Making a run now as we got 2 laps to go, battling for second underneath the 3S of Tyler Sponel. Sponel slimes the door, but it's going to cause him to push high. Troxel's going to get underneath. Troxel now looking for McCarthy up front, but it's only one more lap. McCarthy only has one set of corners. Down through the backstretch he goes. Hayes through 3 and 4, and winner. In 8th place will be the 12B of Cameron Businger. 7th place to the 3 of Dennis Swanson. 6th place to the 0 of Curtis Kubik. 5th place to the 8 of Corey Bennett. 4th place to the 7M of Matt Donker. 3rd place to the 3S of Tyler Sponel. 2nd place to the 22T of Colton Troxel. And winning it tonight in the 9M machine, from Platte, South Dakota, Gary McCarthy.